Oh, hello. How's everyone doing today? Hi, it's Sarah Bergin, Executive Director at the Care and Share Thrift Shops. I know I probably have something on my head. It's very funny. I hope you've got a good laugh out of it. Did everyone see the full? Yes. Okay.
No, not everybody saw it. I would do maybe one more time.
One more time?
For the fans.
So, at Care and Share,
This is quite
I know this is a wonderful hat. We get great things donated to us, so thank you very much to all of those generous donors out there. And all of our shoppers know you can find great finds like this. I've had this treasure a few years, and I have to say, our dog also likes to, when I wear this hat. She's looking at me very leery right now. Anyway, Sarah Bergin, Executive Director, Care and Share Thrift Shops, here with another cooking segment, and I bet you can't guess what we're going to be cooking. Chicken. Not this chicken, but, a chicken. But before we get there, I just want to show you something on our website. So Matt, if you want to come over this way and have a look at this. On our website, which is here, careandshareshops.org, today we just added another way that you can support Care and Share. So if you go up to shop, there's Shop eBay, Shop Books, and then we have a new thing called a souvenir shop. And in the souvenir shop, we have 2 new items that we are working at with a local production company here in Souderton to support Care and Share while we're closed. And the 2 things are a reusable bag and a t-shirt. So I just wanted to click on the t-shirt to give everybody an idea of what that looks like. I'm going to try and make it a little bit bigger so you get an idea right there. It says Care and Share Thrift Shops, caring and sharing since 1975. Souderton, PA. So when you buy this shirt, it's going to come right from the place in Souderton, got it, that we're working with. It's going to come right to your door and you get to wear it right away. But more importantly, you can then wear it to Care and Share. And during the first month we are open, you wear your t-shirt and you get 50% off one item. So there you go.
Maybe click on the bag.
You can see everything up nice and close. There's the nice big, we've heard several times from customers that they wish we had a nice big cotton canvas tote. So you can get a lot of treasures in here for sure. So check these things out on our website. Again, you get there by going to right here, shop souvenir shop. We did have a little bit of a hiccup getting this loaded today, but it's working now. So just letting you know, thank you for your patience as we get that together. I know you're all missing coming to Care and Share and shopping for sure. So the other thing, while we're here at my computer, we had a contest. Okay, can I get to my contest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We had a contest called Spot the Difference. And so many of you entered the contest. I was so pleased. I'm so excited that you liked it so much. And there were 7 differences in 2 photographs that came from Care and Share. We went in and we took a photo of it. And about a third of you got all the answers correct and you got them sent in to us. Fantastic. And I'm going to share with you the one that kind of got a bunch of you hung up. All right. It's this little book here in the corner. This book in the one picture is facing up. And in this picture, it's turned upside down. And I know it's a little hard to see, but that's the whole point of the contest, is to make it challenging. So we've taken all the people who have entered correctly. We'll post the pictures later so you can look at them. And we've put all their names here in this dish. And why don't you pick one out? Have the mysterious hand come out and pick one. And our winner is Angel.
Can't read your own handwriting.
There you go. I can't read my own handwriting. What's that say?
Angela.
Thank you.
Caraciola. I'm so sorry, Angela. I cannot pronounce your name.
We're gonna not do a good job of Angela's name here. Angela, well, here's the deal. I am going to send you a message. You entered via Facebook, and we will work at getting that $10 gift card to you, lickety split. Okay, so congratulations! You got $10 to spend when we reopen. This is exciting. So since we're in the mood for a contest, let's continue with the cooking contest from the last time we were on. And not so many of you entered this one, and that's a bit of a shame because this is for a $20 gift card, okay? We had 3 people enter this one, and the answer was what year did Care and Share open? And it was 1975. So out of the 3 correct entries there.
Alrighty.
We have
A winner.
Who is it?
Ingrid Fast.
Oh, very nice.
There
Well,
we go.
congratulations. Again, I will send you a message. We'll get your address, and we'll get you that $20 gift card. So thanks so much for playing. We're going to have another question later on. So pay attention. Put this on here. Yes.
Krista says hi.
Hi, Krista. Hi. It's so good to hear you say. I love it when you tell me that you're watching. It's so great. I got a call today on the office phone. Somebody left a message, and they just wanted us to know how much they missed coming to Care and Share, and that we hope that we're going to open soon because they're lonely and they want to come back and see all of us. And it was a customer. So thank you very much for your support, our customers and our donors and our volunteers. We just are so grateful and thankful for your support. And I honestly don't know when we're going to be allowed to be back open, but we're going to have to ask you to give us great patience when it does happen. It's going to be a very slow process because when we do open, we want to continue to keep people as safe as we can. So that probably is going to mean we're going to modify some of our hours, but we don't know yet. So just hang in there and we'll keep talking this way and let you know how it shakes out for sure. Before we get to cooking, I also wanted to let you know that this is Volunteer Appreciation Week nationally, and we posted some great photos on Facebook of volunteers who have served 25 years or more, and they're still serving at Care and Share. So make sure you take a peek at them and make sure you thank those volunteers. But really, we just want to express our appreciation to all of our volunteers. Maybe you've only volunteered once before we closed, or maybe you've been volunteering for 44 years. We love you all, and Care and Share really could not operate without any of you. You're all really, really important to our business. So thank you very, very much, and we truly do miss you. So hopefully we can show you our appreciation in person soon enough. All right. Boy, I had a list today to go through. So, what? Yes.
Danessa Maxwell says hi.
Hello. It's good to hear from you. So, why is Care and Share cooking? So, those of you that are new to the cooking show, I kind of did this on a whim, I think 9 cooking shows ago, and I got such a positive response, I've just kept it going because I wanted to find some way that was meaningful to connect with all of you. And so I started cooking from these great cookbooks that was kind of shepherded by Mennonite Central Committee, who is our charity where we raise funds for a Care and Share. And so they came out with these cookbooks about how to consume less of the world's limited food resources back in the 70s. And so it's been a staple in my kitchen for as long as I've been married. It's great recipes in here, simple recipes, not complicated stuff. That's why I enjoy showing you recipes from them. Well, a few years later, they came out with Extending the Table. And this is more an ethnic food cookbook about recipes that perhaps MCC service workers brought back with them and wanted to share again in the same kind of spirit as the More with Less cookbook. Then finally, in the early 2000s, Simply in Season was developed, and we've cooked a few things from here as well. This one is full color, beautiful pictures. We've talked a little bit about these. All 3 of these books can be purchased on 10,000 Villages website. When you go to checkout, you want to mention Souderton Stores so they get some credit for it. All of these cookbooks that you are looking at here are the older versions. They've revised the cookbooks in the meantime, and they all look really nice and would make a great Mother's Day present and Father's Day present. You could buy them both. You could buy one for your mom and one for your dad, and then you would be like, boom, done. Right? Just like done. Easy peasy. We have none of these in the store right now at Care and Share, so I'm just letting you know. If you think when we open you're going to come back and snag one, it's not there. Yes.
Krista says she's been a volunteer since she was in middle school.
Oh, that's great.
What's the longest somebody has been volunteering?
So if you look at the photos on, like I said earlier, on Facebook, there are some people who are up there in the 44, 45 year range that they have been coming. And I dare not mention one person's name because then I'll forget everybody else's. Because you're kind of putting me on the spot because we have 1,000 volunteers. And you know, it's a little bit like your children when you say, well, which child do you love the best? Well, you don't. You love each child differently, yet with the same amount of love. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So anyway. Okay, boy, that felt a little hot under the collar there. But
I was just wondering how
I got
long.
out of that one. I think I got out of that one. I'm making sure I've got going down my list now because I have so much to say because I'm so excited to be here today. So we're going to start cooking because that's what we're here to watch. From this week, extending the table. Yum, yum, yum. And I'm happy to say our premier sponsor, Landis Supermarket. I went and got all this stuff from Landis's yesterday, day before, I can't remember, sometime real soon. So they have the items that are here. I can say, we did have a Facebook watcher say that sometimes it's hard to find rice. Yes, so they're working on that. I do know that they had like a 5-pound bag of rice there, and then they had some Uncle Ben's in the smaller packages. So my rice I did have from before. I just want to be honest with you. But again, great produce. Oh, beautiful. I found cauliflower there. I haven't been able to find cauliflower anyway. We're not having cauliflower today, but that's a whole other story. Okay, whatever. Okay. So, extending the table. I cooked a lot from this cookbook a while ago, and I had the pleasure of hosting a family one time from Zaire, and I made this. I was a little like, ooh, well, maybe this isn't going to be like authentic, but I knew that they really like chicken, so I thought, well, I'll go out on the limb and I'll make this chicken with the peanut sauce. Now, I am going to have some trouble here pronouncing the correct way to say this, but I believe it is.
You can do it. You got it. We think it's Nsoso ya
Muamba.
Muamba. Nsoso ya Muamba.
Muamba, yes. All right. So even though, I really like to talk, language is not my thing. Like my family will tell you. That's a whole nother story. I really like to talk, but like other language, ooh, I try, but it always comes out like I'm from Philadelphia, no matter how hard I try. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So the chicken with the peanut sauce. And it's really, really easy. So I'm like, okay, you've all heard me talk enough about like vegetarian cooking because I like my vegetarian cooking, but I also really enjoy this recipe. So we're going to modify it a little bit from the recipe that's here and follow the directions that are down the side. So if you get this, I like cooking the option here because I'm not really a big fan of frying chicken. Even though I know it tastes good, I just don't do a whole lot of that. So we're going to heat up our nice big Corningware here. And I need a bigger dish because my chicken does not fit in the other dish that I have. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The other dish that I have. No, I'm not thinking clearly. In my other cast iron.
Where?
Yeah, Dutch oven. It's not big enough.
The Dutch oven.
This is big enough. Because I decided that really authentic, for this meal to be more authentic, even though it's being made here in America, you really need to cook the chicken on the bone because it is my understanding from these folks that I made this for before, they don't really have a lot of boneless chicken in Africa. That's just not culturally how you would eat it. So I decided, well, I'm going to need a bigger pan to be able to cook this in. So we're just going to heat up some onions. Yes, I see your hand. Yes.
Millie Trogger wants to know what page it's on.
231.
And extending the table.
Yeah, Millie, do you have this cookbook? I'd love to know if Millie has this cookbook. Yes. All right. So we're going to take some onions, and we're going to do some garlic, and we're going to get that nice and heat it up. Yeah, that's going to take a few minutes. I think I'm going to need a little bit more oil in there. All right, so we're going to get the pleasure of smelling that as this is cooking, because I really enjoy the smell of this. Now, I'll get that going. Yes, did you have something else to say? Oh, okay. All right. So you may be wondering, like, what could be something besides cleaning out your closets and your basements and your attics and keeping all your things until we're open for you to donate? What might be something else you could be doing to help Care and Share besides buying a t-shirt and buying the bag and all of that? And shopping online. I mean, there's lots of ways that you can help. But one of the ways that you really could help that's not going to cost you anything except some time is to write a review about us. I mean, you all say how much you like us, and I believe you. I sincerely believe you. And I sincerely believe that you do miss us. But it would be great if you would channel some of that energy now that you have some time on your hands and just fill out a review on Facebook or on Google. It's real easy. Yelp, all these places, and just shoot us a few nice words. It doesn't have to be complicated, nothing like that. And I just realized today, I went and I looked this up, that Margaret, is it Atwood? She wrote The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Her famous quote is, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Well, she's known for saying that. So if you're mad at us about something, I'd rather you direct message us and tell us that so we can work on it rather than you putting it out there for everyone to read. And I sincerely mean that as well. We're not perfect by any means. None of us are. So I just thought about that today as something that people could help us out with and give some feedback about carrot share. Yes.
Millie Trogger says, I love your recipes.
Oh, Millie. Millie, I miss you so much. Millie does crafts. And I think she also volunteers in clothing. I'm sure she'll correct me right now if I don't have that right. But I know, I know many of you come to Care and Share and you get your yarn and you get your crafting supplies. And Millie is one of those volunteers back in fabric that goes back there and spends some time doing that type of work. So we do miss that very, very much for sure. All right, that is starting to get translucent just a little bit there. I think I got this on. This pan is, these get a little like overcooked in the corner like that. Let's see. Oh, that smells good, doesn't it? Yep. Okay, very good. All right. Now, we are going to have the contest question coming up very, very soon. So you want to pay attention to that. That's all I'm going to tell you about that. You can, the next thing on the recipe calls for a cup of tomatoes, and you can use fresh or canned. Well, I'm going the easy route right now, and I just buy some diced tomatoes. This is what we have at Landis, and I just am guessing a little bit and adding some of that in, about a cup. Yeah, it's about a cup. I'll probably have to add a little bit more of that later. And then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. And the thing with this recipe, it's a little forgiving. It doesn't need to be exact, depending on how big your chicken is and how's it going to fit in the dish and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we got that going. All right, now here comes the secret ingredient. Secret ingredient, which is the question. With the answer of the secret ingredient, you need to DM us the answer. Is chunky peanut butter. This is the secret ingredient to this dish. All right.
For the $20 gift card.
That's right. For the $20 gift card.
DM you the answer.
DM me the answer.
By.
By, let's say next Tuesday. No, Monday. We usually do Monday, don't we?
Yeah. What time?
Monday at noon. Monday at noon. And I love this. I love this peanut butter. Poor Richard's peanut butter.
Crazy Richards.
It's a crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy Richard. When I went to Landis this week, I said, "Don't you used to make your own peanut butter?" And they said, "Yes, we did. It's amazing you remember that." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "But unfortunately, we don't sell it anymore." So I was like, "Oh, I'm not sorry. I'm making a big mess with this peanut butter." All right, here we go. So I know it's an odd combination. These
I can't
tomatoes,
even taste the tomatoes.
And the peanut butter. I mean, it's just a little different, right? And when I first made it, I'm gonna look off my finger. I shouldn't do that. I was like, wow, this is really, really different. So then we're gonna take and slowly add in some water, so it doesn't start burning and making more of a sauce. Now it says in the recipe notes that this is a festive dish in Zambia. You would make this for like a wedding, receptions, people coming over, but there, it's a much more complicated process. They have to roast the peanuts and then shell them and then grind them down, where we're just taking a shortcut and using the chunky peanut butter. Yes.
Millie Trogger said they're still in Arizona.
Oh, Millie. It's going to start getting hot out there.
And then Krista says when she volunteers, she does toys and Junior's clothing hanging and pricing.
Yes, she does.
And she enjoys doing that.
Yes.
Deborah Kelly said, "Oh my gosh, we moved to Luzerne County, and I miss you guys so much. There's nothing up here at all like Care and Share."
Oh, well, you have to come back when we're open, like once a month. Make a trip. That's what other people do. Yeah, all right. Now I'm trying not to make a big mess. Let's see, look at this. This is like nice, right? Then we're going to throw in a bay leaf, some chopped up celery leaves, and a teaspoon of salt. All right, let's get this all out together in our pan. And then we're gonna just get this going a little bit. Now, the other way that you can make this is to cook the chicken ahead of time and then put it in the sauce, and then it just simmers for like 15 minutes. But I like to put the chicken in and then cook it for 40 minutes on the stove. I think it just gives a nicer flavor to the chicken. Now, I know I was surprised to learn this. A lot of people do not like bones in their chicken. Like it's a big deal to them. Like they like the boneless chicken. So it's okay. It's all right. I'd like you to try new food, but it's okay. You can do this with boneless chicken breasts or chicken thighs or anything like that. I'd still make the same amount of sauce, and I'd put it in there, and then I would just cover it. But I just like this meal on the bone, and then we'll present a photo later with how we like to then serve it up. Okay, so we're going to then go, and here are my nice chicken, and we're going to toss that around in here, getting it nice and covered. There we go. All right, nice and covered up. I'm like balancing way too many things, and you know how klutzy I am. I'm going to end up having everything on the floor in a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I hope everyone has something new and exciting to try this weekend. Yes, yes.
Carla says, enjoying watching this while I sew masks with fabric I bought at Karen Share.
Yes, Carla. Now, here's a fun story. Carla's mom comes all the way from Indiana to volunteer with us. She is like our most longest distance active volunteer. She comes to visit Carla, and instead of doing the list of chores that Carla has ready for her, she comes to Karen Share instead and volunteers. So I hope Elsie watches this and knows that we're talking about it. I think she'll find that really, really funny. Anyway, so friends, this now has to cook here for 40 minutes on top of the stove. We are going to give that a cover up. All right, there we go. Very nice. Look how saucy that looks.
Looks really good.
It's going to be really tasty. I can already tell you. All right. All right, we're going to put that on top. So we'll just turn that down a little bit and let that simmer now for about 40 minutes. Yes.
Billy Trogger says that it is 95 degrees here today.
Oh, good grief. But you know, like they say about Arizona, it's always dry heat. Like my Aunt Doris, she lives in New Mexico. And that's all she tells me is that it's the dry heat. And I just think I don't have experience with what dry heat is. So I'm sure you're having a great time, Millie, but we do miss you. Well, we miss everybody. So, okay. So I think that's a wrap because this is going to take a little while to cook. Again, I want to thank our friends at Landis Supermarket for sponsoring our cooking segments here. It's great to have community partners like that. We want to thank our friends at Get It Got It in Souderton for partnering with us on our t-shirts that you can get through our website. Again, the cookbook is, let me show you the front of it, Extending the Table, part of the trio here that we've been cooking from, and you can get these cookbooks on 10,000 Villages. I told you about the contest. You have till Monday at noon to enter what the secret ingredient is for this dish. And I thank you again for your support of Karen Share, for your enthusiasm for our cooking show, for your patience with all of this as we learn how to post these videos and etc. So it's been great spending time with you, and I wish you a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week. Take care.